Here I am. Here I am. We back.
Yes, sir.
I'm your host, Mikael Nube.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
Welcome to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Show on Who Has the Power Radio Network. The show that provides scientific and clinical, moral and spiritual evidence on how to remove mental and emotional toxic patterns that are destructive on the cellular and DNA level. And it's the leading cause to deaths here in the United States of America and globally speaking. We are here to provide you information so you can be well informed on how to successfully establish a holistic lifestyle and gain a true sense of health and wellness. Our show is sponsored by Ultimate Body Transformers, the gym that provides a holistic atmosphere, specializing in holistic health and wellness seminars, small and large groups, private and group classes, and how to prepare plant-based meals. We specialize in customized personal training for your specific needs. We also have a beautiful Sweatfest boot camp class. Very unique. Come down, check out me and young Manny, AKA, we call him Manny, but his AKA is his name.
Right.
Okay. Right. He also known as Chocolate Thunder. All right.
Like Dynamite.
Right.
Blade.
We have a very unique boot camp class. We have a boot camp class for all sports athletes, all you MAA fighters, and all you want to be MAA fighters. All right,
You ain't had to say it like that.
Yeah, people got people like dreaming, and that's just something to give them some inspiration to make it real. They could come make it real. They come get with me.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's how we doing it. We also are sponsored by Pure Supreme Cuisine.
All right, before you
100% vegan garden eatery, specializing in international cuisines. That's organic, local, and seasonally healthy soul food. Visit them, and sometimes you might catch me down there at the 5th Street Arcade, located at 530 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44115. And make sure you tell them that Mikael Nube of Synergy of Life and 3M Martial Arts Institution, a holistic health and martial science, and Don Blake Jr., a.k.a. DJ, the other guy, sits down there, along with Who Has the Power Radio Network.
Well, Mr. Yancey.
That's right.
Yeah. You can follow us on Twitter at SynergyAlive07. You can like our Facebook page by going to Facebook.com Synergy of Life, Holistic Health and Radio, Holistic Health and Radio Show. I'm messing up. You can call in at 914-338-0665. You can find out more about Synergy of Life and other shows that feature on Who Has the Power Radio Network by going to www.whohasthepowershow.com. And y'all some fools, man.
For those of y'all who can't see us, the co-host dropping the props around here.
Oh, yeah. We got to do the Ustream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Ustream. You can see us live on Ustream by going to ustream.tv. Also, subscribe to our YouTube page, Synergy of Life.
Yeah, Synergy of Life. That's right. Hit us up on YouTube. Got a lot of great videos out there coming at you. You can check out my latest disciple, Ebony Bates. All right. And we're going to be doing some big things. The next video coming out, everybody always saying, Mikael, I see you in the video coaching and training other people. But for y'all new followers and fans of Mikael Nube, they saying they want to see me. So the next video coming out, you're going to see the Hall of Famer, the Ruckus Quarter 3, a.k.a. OG Bobby Johnson. When y'all don't get a chance to see.
And you can also subscribe to WHTP Radio. Make sure they are together. Look up Synergy of Life on YouTube. Just make sure you subscribe.
So you were ready for that, would you?
Yeah. You sound like an infomercial, man.
Right. That's right. OG Bobby Johnson coming at y'all.
Right.
See, Showtime was the forerunner for today's OG Bobby Johnson.
Okay.
You see.
All right.
See, when I was wrecking and doing damage in the PKC tournaments in the early 2000s, that was Showtime.
All right.
So Showtime is just like Gene evolved in the Phoenix.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Showtime earned his stripes, and he 5-star veteran. He done evolved into OG Bobby Johnson.
Right.
You see, that's so they got to keep up with the Lost Chronicles of New Bay.
Man. When you gonna write a book?
Hey, the book is in process, man. It's
What's
coming
going on
out
with the
this
book?
year. It's coming out this year, man.
This year?
It's coming out this year. It's coming out late fall, early winter. It's coming out.
Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna be in line.
All right,
I'm gonna wait for it.
All right, but let me tell you, it's going. This book is strategically coming out under a certain moon phase that I can't reveal right now.
Okay.
It will be revealed after the release. So all this is scientifically and spiritually guided.
Right.
I just can't drop it anywhere. It's just like agriculture. There's a time to sow and reap.
Right.
You know, it's a time where the soil must be cultivated, and that is how this book is being spawned into the world, brother, from the highest plane of spirit life. That thought that's gonna manifest into the material universe.
And how much is this book gonna cost?
Hey, let me tell you something. It depends on if you buy the hardback or the paperback. It depends on if you buy it in Whole Foods or you buy it at Big Lots. Right. So
I wanted at Barnes and Noble. Can I at least get it at Walmart?
yeah, you know Walmart gonna get it.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so So what we getting into tonight?
Oh yeah, so
Oh, my
you know,
goodness.
because you was pumping it up last week during the end of the show.
All right. Oh Lord, I guess we gotta get into some grown folks talk tonight.
Put your kids to bed.
That's
Put your
right.
kids to bed.
That's right. Y'all ain't heard this in a while, but heads and beds. Heads and beds.
Oh man.
I don't give a darn. The sun's still out. Heads and beds.
Right.
All right, so
So past couple of shows we was talking about what turns a woman on, and we gave our inputs on that. We was talking about what turns a man on. No, turns a man's off. Sorry.
yeah, it is not. No, go ahead. I ain't gonna say that. Go
ahead.
No.
No, go ahead.
I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to start something. You usually on the show doing that.
Oh, man, listen. No, go ahead and start something.
No.
I'm getting tired of starting something.
No, it's gonna tie into what we talk about tonight anyway. So
Well, you know what?
go ahead and finish saying what you were saying.
You know, so what turns a woman off and what turns a man off. So we have our little insights, and we haven't did emails in a minute.
Yeah.
So next week we about to do some emails. If that's cool.
Yeah. We got to do something. We got to catch up with that because they probably like, what's up? Why
didn't I read my stuff?
Yeah, right.
Y'all came out since March, right?
So tonight's topic, we gonna go ahead going to healthy sexual activity versus unhealthy toxic sexual activity.
Right.
And it kind of goes back into when we talk about unhealthy
relationships.
Right. When we talk about unhealthy sexual toxic connections with someone, it kind of goes back into like the list we did on what's the top 10 reasons why people stay in a relationship that they're unhappy in.
Right.
And one of the things we discovered was one of the most statistic things people say is I don't want to be here, but I can't afford to leave.
Right.
And I said, you gotta pay to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. That's American.
Yeah. But
that's American.
But not now. And so for those who didn't hear that show, let's clear up. Because you always got some haters out there trying to hate on what we saying.
Right.
So let me
trying to flip it.
Yeah. So let me make it clear. We're not talking about a couple where one trusted the other one just period with their life, and they made their life decision around them. And under unfortunate circumstances, it didn't work out. We're not talking about because they mutually share financial responsibilities. No, we ain't talking about that type of scenario or circumstance. We're talking about people who are parasites and don't want to spend no money that they of their own and want to parasite off the other person, talking about they can't afford to leave.
Right.
Because they have misused the resources they have been provided with, and they parasiting off the other one. And then 9 times out of 10, that's the one who's screwing up, and the other person tired of it,
Right.
and they want to
And
split
they
up.
evolving.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Well, they
evolving.
talking about they can't afford to leave, but what you can't afford to leave because of their fear and doubt.
Right.
Because they character is poor. So that's why they can't afford to leave.
And all they thinking about is Colonel.
Yeah. So we gonna get into some grown folks talk.
Yeah, put your kids to bed.
This is a discussion that many want to hear. This
Wow.
is a discussion a lot of people don't want to hear because they are stuck in unhealthy sexual connections with
And they-
another man or another woman, whether it's opposite sex or same sex. The pattern, a toxic pattern is a toxic pattern.
Right.
So where we going with this first? So we talked about, like the co-host DJ said, we talked about things that turn a woman
Off.
on.
Off.
Oh, off.
Yeah.
But what I said to counter that was a woman is already turned off due to her toxic state of mind and lifestyle here in America. So the key thing that I came back with for those who missed that show is we need to focus on what turns a woman on.
Right.
She's already turned off. She's already cold because of her abuse on a global level, because of her neglect on a global level, because she does not know thyself, because she is the key to making the slave. She's already been made cold-hearted. She's already been in a frozen, emotional, dependent, and independent state, depending on what you're talking about. She already been made and put in the state where she has desensitized herself. She's already in the state where she sexually just go through the motions because she don't want to do it anyway.
Right.
You know,
And that's
so, because of her childhood unfortunate experiences. So she's older now, going through the sexual motions that like a lot of women schooled me on. I've been blessed to learn from a lot of women who've been crushed and hurt, and they keep it real with me, man. It's like I intern with them,
Right.
and they tell me all the time, man. Since
They are the best teachers.
yeah, they
are.
keep it real. They said, Mikhail, I just go through the motions. I don't want to do it, but I don't want to hear their mouth. I just want to keep the peace.
Right.
How the hell is that keeping peace?
Shit, you need to start saying something.
You know, so we got that type of scenario as far as unhealthy, toxic relationships. Then we have the other type of scenario we can get into. And please, you're welcome to call in if you have the courage to deal with the truth of this subject matter.
914-338-0665.
Then we got the other scenario going on where a woman or say, hey, well, I done trusted him. I understand that, sister. I done put my all on him. I understand that, sister. I didn't plan on being with nobody else. I understand. I feel because I went through the same thing. But and you know, real talk, brother. When we get those who are serious and we dedicated to who we give ourselves to, it's to the point where on a DNA and cellular level, we respond to this person's voice. We respond to their essence and their energy field because we have intertwined with them. We supposed to.
Right.
And that's why it's so many factors in this from an energetic point of view, not just physical, even in the energy body, even from the chakra level. Why people find it hard to break away from somebody they've been with, but they don't want to be with them no more.
Right.
I mean, it's a wrap. It's
And
over with.
that's the struggle too.
You know, but that they don't understand this scientific part. They don't understand that part. They don't understand how souls, toxic, corrupted souls intertwine, but they still intertwine. You see, so, but that's why it's called a battered toxic relationship. And the reason why, let's go back to when the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Radio show started. What was our first series on?
Toxic relationships.
All right, so why is it hard for people that are not evenly yoked? Why is it so hard for them to get away from each other? Ain't nothing there keeping them there. They unhappy. I mean, they done cuss each other out every day. They done told each other they actually all seeing other people.
Right.
But it ain't really nothing. It's just getting a little
Right.
air. It ain't nothing going
Testing
on.
the waters.
It ain't even that really. They just out and they come
And then they
home.
call it open relationship.
But they still don't really go past
right,
that.
right,
I just
right.
went out for a couple hours.
Right.
The reason why it's hard for people to get away from each other because they have not. I'm about to hit them with something that's so simple but profound. I done said it many shows. I done said it many sons of moons in seminars and publicly and privately because they have not learned about detoxification. If you in a toxic situation, you have to learn how to detox. It's as simple as that. And until you learn that and learn the principles of toxicity and the components to toxicity and how to, one thing detox mean, remember now, the prefix DE mean to remove.
Right.
So I can't remove this toxic person, place, or thing out of my life till I even understand what detoxification is.
Right.
It's just simple as that.
Right.
So that's why many people end up staying in toxic situations. Even a son to a mother who's tired of his mother, she toxic. How I tell my mama no? I'm tired of her. I done touched her, I called her, and I go a couple months and don't talk to her, and she call back, and I end up back over here doing something, co-signing on some bad habits I ain't got no business co-signing.
Right.
It ain't just a man or a woman that's trying to have a relationship together,
It
but
could
this
be.
mean all type of relationships, toxic cousins,
And
toxic nephew to an uncle, whatever it may be.
Right.
And people think because you their cousin, you supposed to coast. What real talk? This is what Kevin Hart said on Let Me Explain. My BS is your BS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And then
right.
I don't like no. When I'm gonna tell you right now, they ain't wrong with me like that. Because your BS ain't my BS.
Right.
I don't want your BS.
Right.
That's why we ain't together now.
Remember when I was telling you about my cousin?
Uh,
The one that had committed suicide?
yeah, I can't quite remember all the details, but
Because he was a correctional officer. And he had a baby by the one lady, and she already had 5 other kids.
oh yeah.
You remember that one? Yeah. It was like he would ask me for certain things or whatnot, and I don't mind doing that because that's my cousin. I love him. But it was just that decision. You brought this lady here,
Right.
and you already know her mind state.
Right, so you realize
You-
he don't want no help.
Right.
He need to extend his resource. He exhausted to keep on with this BS pattern.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
The same thing, it's just like, I'm keep it real. My children know. It ain't about putting your business out there.
Right.
This your daddy talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, they know how I get it out. They know I tell them in the middle of a grocery, hey.
Right.
Hey, you all embarrassed there. You embarrassed. You should have been cut. You was bold enough to cut up out here in public. You gonna
Right.
get checked out here in public.
Right.
You know, that's
And
like,
a lot of parents is scared to do that because
man, shoot, not me.
Well, we know you because you the holistic dad. No, I'm just saying. I see like a whole bunch of ladies or whatnot with their kids, and the kids like cutting up. Like for example, I think I told you this once before. Like the kid was in Walmart. I see everything in Walmart.
I told you.
I see everything. So anywho, the lady who came. The lady took her kids to Walmart. It was a big aisle. Pretty much everybody know there's a whole aisle full of candy. So basically, she was like, "Go ahead, choose one candy out this aisle." Now, to a kid, that's more like Funland.
Right.
Like
No, that's a crack house.
Right. Okay.
Because that's what candy is to
Yeah.
children.
So yeah.
Because
So
that's what it is.
that's like the trap. I can't say trap house.
Oh, yes, you
the
can. Why not?
The trap. Ow. I
I was gonna say, is there any restrictions on the word trap? Mr. Yancy, what you gonna give me?
So the kid is like, "Oh, I don't know, but I want this, but I don't want this. I want this. I want this." They going through everything. Or whatnot. So the lady will be like, "Hurry up with that." Can I say? Hurry up and make a dang on decision. They going off on the kid because you just send this kid to an aisle full of candy
Right.
and he can't make his
You
decision.
send Pookie to work in the corner.
Right.
And you think he supposed to put the stuff in the
Right.
bag. Like, he looking at it like, you see you do Jack
Right,
City.
right.
So,
You gonna put this? Can I say crackhead?
Yeah, you can say crackhead.
Yeah, you gonna put this crackhead in a crack house and work there and think that he ain't gonna steal no crack?
Right. But
That's dang on American. No, just
but check this out.
no, man.
So you got the other scenario as far as toxic, unhealthy sexual behavior or connections, where, all right, they don't want to be with each other, right?
All right.
They tired of each other. Some of them don't even sleep in the same bed no more.
Wow.
But they keep going back, hooking up. And I'm gonna tell you like this. This is where I didn't finish yet. Basically, when we don't understand what toxicity is, we pulling the trigger to our head every day. We put ourselves in front of a toxic fire squad every day, from toxic household products, from toxic thinking we wake up with, and we gonna wake up with it because we went to sleep with it.
Right.
All right. So what we supposed to wake up with? So we talking about toxic foods, which ain't even real food in the first place.
Right.
You know, and we toxic work environment. And you know what? Real talk. A lot of us think our jobs are stressful, but that's not necessarily the case. Your stressful life that cause you to be unhealthy causes you to have stress at your job.
Right.
Because let's keep it real. Let's go back to the first component to toxicity, which is a toxic environment. A toxic environment starts from within. You see what I'm saying? So if you have a toxic lifestyle, you go to your work environment, you are introducing toxicity to that work environment.
Right.
Okay.
What's making that a negative?
Yeah, you bringing that to your job. It ain't there already.
And then a lot of people will say, "Well, don't bring the work home."
Right.
Well,
okay. Why we do that?
Right.
If it's just that location, that's stress, why do you end up bringing it home?
Right.
Because it's you. No, let me do that right. Corey Corkum say, the problem is you. All right. So,
right.
For those of you who don't know who Corey Holcomb is, you better go on YouTube, watch his stand-ups. He's a raw comedian who keep it real. He's in the opening scene to
Think Like a Man Too.
Think Like a Man Part 2. He is the one who approached Zeke the Freak and said, you know, what's her name, the girl?
Zeke the Freak. Talk about Megan Good character.
Yeah, Megan Good. He the one that was telling Megan Good about how Zeke used to get it on with all the females in Vegas. That's
Corey Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb. And he has a radio show that you can see on YouTube. The dude is raw. I'm telling you, check him out.
Right.
And his stand-up comedy is real about situations like what we talk about on the show. In fact, he is me reverse in stand-up comedian, and I am him of the holistic world. All right, so that's how y'all look at it. So we're gonna get more into the subject matter about healthy sexual relationships versus unhealthy toxic sexual relationships when we come back from our break. Once again, I'm Mikhail Nube, your host.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
Come back, check us out on the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show. For all you Ustream people, I'm sorry I haven't been giving you much attention the last couple of shows, but you know, I have a life, okay? Sometimes I come in here, I'm hungry, I didn't eat, but I'm recuperating now, I'm getting sleep, okay? All right, I'm gonna tell you some personal things, just not so much that it's private, but it's got to do with my personal life.
Right.
All right. I'm starting to gain my weight back because I'm getting back to my routine of every day who Mikhail is. You know, so I'm sharing that with you so you can be inspired and follow one on this path of enlightenment. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna get back in the game real quick. Not that I'm out the game, but get back on point where I'm supposed to be at.
You was already on point.
All right. Yeah, true.
You was already on point.
But
so.
not to where at the level where
you supposed to be at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
No, you there.
So I've been, I come here, I do a lot. So I'm sorry I ain't gonna give y'all attention. Okay, boo boo. All right.
Not be messed up. It was all dudes.
Okay. Hold on. Does it make me gay if I catch it? I put it down. All right. Okay, I didn't know what to do with it.
Right. You stupid.
Hey, this ain't for the dudes out there.
Right. Just for the,
Right. It's for
the lovelies.
It's for them
the sexy
set symbol secret admirers. They know, them sisters know who they is.
How you gonna put holistic to see? Oh, never mind.
All right, we gonna get into that because this is the perfect show they talk
there's
about.
There's a such thing as a holistic stalker.
Hell no. But I'm quite sure somebody will make it up.
Right.
Somebody will make it up. Oh, you know what?
What?
Damn, now that you said that, it probably is. They'll start somebody holistic at Whole Foods.
Well, oh yeah.
And like they looking at something they ain't got nothing to do with
right. They be looking at something that it's supposed to be vegan, but it be a mayonnaise. Like,
you know what? Real talk it is. Mm-hmm. I didn't have.
Right.
They ain't want to. Remember I talk about on the show how I think they be trying to kiss me. I said you spoken out. I'm gonna break out on it.
Right. Right.
They ain't holistic, but they stalking the holistic. They want the benefits of that.
Right.
But they don't want to be it because corruption want to corrupt. That's Agent Smith. Want to turn the whole Matrix into Agent Smith.
And then once when you did that, then what's the point?
That's cancer, brother.
Right.
Once cancer destroy the body, shut off the last holy breath of life that go through the body. It's done its job. It's over with.
Right.
That's real right there. How you like that mushroom?
You went to a what's name?
How you like the mushroom? If they even made it, I hope they made it right for you. How you like the mushroom?
Oh, you went to Tommy's? Huh? You went to Tommy's?
No, he went to Pure and Supreme.
Oh, I thought you went to Tommy's.
No, I'm going to Pure and Supreme.
I don't even know. They got that sandwich there.
What?
At Tommy's. I ain't never seen
I thought it was a mushroom.
It is? I don't think so.
I could have sworn it was. I gotta check again.
You mean at the milk? Yeah, at the milk.
Oh, the milk. That's what I'm talking about.
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show. I'm your host, Mikael Newbay.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
That's right. We back. Our subject matter tonight is healthy sexual activity with a healthy partner. Someone that you're evenly yoked with versus
somebody
unhealthy, toxic sexual activity with person that or people for we in America now, or people who just a reflection of your lower self, and you keep replacing one food with another food. Okay. Yeah, we gonna get into it. We gonna keep it real. So now I'm gonna use myself for example.
Go ahead.
All right. Now, before we went to break, I was talking about how it's so hard for people to leave somebody that they really don't want to be with no more. They want to move on. They want better for themselves. They know they got to get away from this person. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of people using the excuse because that was one of the reasons, statistically speaking, we went over why people say they stay in an unhealthy relationship is because they have children together. That's a bunch of crap. Okay, because when both of y'all just only biological parents, neglectful of the children anyway, don't tell me it's because of the children.
Right.
All right, that's a scapegoat because there's plenty of people out there going through the same exact situation, same exact reasons why they want to leave, and they don't have children at all with either each other and or in their life. Period. So it ain't about the children, man. So we're gonna keep it real. All right, so because you got children, you tell me you won't do wrong. Shouldn't you want to do right?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The more you take away and deprive yourself, how you gonna give it to the children, but you can't give it to yourself? That's a bunch of crap. That's why you're single, you got another baby daddy and another baby daddy, and you got the same old sad, sorry song.
And,
All right.
And they would like to say that, oh, the problem is us.
Yeah. Right.
Well, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that.
No. This get more detailed. The problem is that they saying that there is no good men. No, ain't no good men coming in your life until you get your act together. That's why you don't have no good men in your life.
Remember when I was talking about standards last show?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, about the lady that said, well, what's wrong with me? I was like, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that I have standards. Well, what you trying to say? I don't have standards? I was like, no, you do have standards, but my standards is different from yours.
Mm-hmm. And you try to be kind about it and keep the lack of conflict, but see, you deflated her ego. Because these women out here that's vain and low self-esteem or think their bodies, their physical body.
And that's one of the things that turns you off too.
That's supposed to be their ticket. We supposed to be all over that. Like, men don't want nothing more than that. But that's the type of men that you mess with.
That you attract.
Yeah.
And then complain when then complain when they get the man and then something else happen. Yeah, I don't like.
And that's their pattern.
Right.
But that's the toxic relationship that's within that has to manifest with outside of them. Because the pattern has to be fed. I can't feed if I'm low self-esteem. I'm bad. I'm caught up on my looks. I can't exist in that state without feed. I have to have those type of people in my life to feed that pattern. I can't do it. That's called parasites. A parasite must host off of other people or other bodies
or leeches.
Yeah. So
when they do get somebody that's like going towards the light, they gotta make this like fake fake person. You know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
So me going back and explaining about it being hard to leave. I know I gotta leave. I know this ain't right. This ain't gonna work. My children deserve better than this. For those who have children, and even if you don't have children, you deserve better than this. I just can't deal with him or her no more. But going back to that DNA and cellular level, y'all have to understand that our DNA and cellular level is programmed by our thoughts. So when we decide to be with somebody, our DNA and cells shape and mold around that person. That's real. That's real, man. How many times you say, if you be around somebody long enough, y'all start looking alike. Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
Have you heard that before, brother?
Yes.
All right. Why is that? I'm going to tell you right now, people swear up and down, my daughter's mother and me are cousins and sister and brother. Before they thought me and her was together. This before we even had children. You see, so, but that's how the souls intertwine.
Or they look good together.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a different story. You can look good together. You want to be dark skinned, want to be light skinned, but y'all look good together because y'all got it's some things in the aura and the energy.
Right.
So, and maybe y'all just photogenic and y'all both just evenly on your still anyway. It could be that too now.
Right.
They just know how to put a couple of shirts and pants and colors together. That don't mean they actually get good together.
Right.
So that's now the people who listen to this. I want you to understand when I'm talking about the cellular DNA transformation that takes place in you when you intertwine somebody. That's why. So let's go through a list of things. Let's take us to a list of things on what makes this unhealthy. Why is this unhealthy, Mikhail? Okay, I hear you. I know I ain't happy with him. I know I ain't happy with her, Mikhail. But why do it have to be labeled a toxic sexual connection? Okay, I'll tell you what. How do you get STDs? You get it through the exchange of body fluids, right? Okay, how do women get vaginal infections from their partner? Because his semen or sperm is toxic. Why is his semen and sperm is toxic? Because he's putting toxic things in his mind. He's putting toxic. He's feeding himself mental, emotional toxicity, and the food products and other products he put on and in his body is toxic. His semen should be toxic. What else he gonna produce? Do you wonder why you getting vaginal infections or yeast infections? I tell you why you're getting yeast infection, ladies. You have 5 parts to your white blood cells, and one of those parts to your blood cells are designed to fight off yeast. You should never get yeast infections. Your white blood cells are a big part of your immune system. So when that is weak, it cannot protect you from yeast infections. Hello? Okay? Another reason why you getting infections are you vain, low self-esteem females out there. Yeah, I said it, whatever.
Can I say the things that they eat?
Okay. No, because they wearing tight clothes. And when you wear tight fitting clothes, you crush and smash your lymphatic nodes. You crushing your lymph nodes. That's okay. Well, what you talking about, Mikhail? Okay, here you go. I'm about to drop the big joke or little joke on them for those who know how to play spades. Okay, you have an accessory called skin brush for skin brushing, right? So you brush very lightly on your skin. So how's this helping you detox? I tell you how it's helping you detox. Because right under the very top first layer of your skin is your lymphatic points. So it's easy to affect your lymphatic system when you got tight-fitting clothes on that you cannot fit. Wear your size, god darn it. Wear your size.
And them leggings.
Well, the leggings...
What's going on with the leggings?
The leggings is okay, long as it's their size. It fits their form, but it ain't hugging tight like it's painted on. You know women, how they lay on the bed and lay on their back and scoop the pants on because it's too tight.
Right.
You even hear some more in her stand-up say, y'all better take a good look at this outfit because it's going to change in another 5 minutes. She said, I'm going to quit holding my stomach again. He said, this is tight than a mother or something. Right. So, I mean, she said, how many women walk around here trying to look cute, holding their stomach, holding their breath in all night? Yes, man, that's crazy. That's vanity, dude.
Right.
That's why vanity is beyond them all. And why vanity one of the 7 deadly sins. Deadly, brother. It didn't say acute. It didn't say chronic. It said deadly. Something to think about, some food for thought. Let's keep it moving. All right, so what else on the list for an unhealthy sexual relationship? Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one in your top 5.
Okay.
A lot of people, a lot of females have emotional dependencies. Because they have not healed from rejection in their life. So being with a man ain't really being with him. They hooking up with him. Once again, this is the parasite mentality. I need to feel wanted and needed.
Right.
You see.
Right.
I need to feel like you want me. Because I didn't understand when I was rejected. I didn't understand why, the who, what, where's, and whys to why this jerk rejected me who can't know how to love himself or herself anyway. I didn't understand that because my parents is asleep. My guardian don't have the knowledge of self to pass on to me. Right. So I'm lost because of that by default. My parents is ignorant. So no one was around to lead me to teach me to know thyself. So I'm thinking the problem is me, don't nobody want me. This real talk. I'm speaking on behalf of all the brothers and sisters who go through this, who in their 30s, in their 20s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and even 70s. You got a lot of, well, I can't say how I really want to say it. Not this show anyway. Catch me on the YouTube channel. I'm going to let loose, all right? All right. So you got a lot of grandparents that's on some silly, crazy stuff.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
And, I mean, what else?
I mean, just look at daytime television.
And they, what Nas say on he said Nas say on his album. I can't say the title of it right now, but he talks about the making of a slave. He say this part. He say how the older generation gonna judge the younger generation, and you failed us. We learned everything we know wrong is from you.
Right.
Where we get it from? This is alert behavior.
Right.
So it's the same thing for those who've been rejected. This is alert behavior. And how many women? Oh my goodness! For years, brother, like I said, I've been around a lot of sisters. I've been around females of all nationalities, and they tell me the same thing about them going through this. They said we wasn't allowed to express ourselves in our house. We had to keep silent. My mother didn't want to talk about the problems when I tried to talk to her. So she imposed that negative behavior pattern
to our
on me.
kid. Right.
You know, so now I'm going around now and trying to hook up with unhealthy, toxic men. And same thing with the brothers, with the females. Trying to compensate for my father or my mother not loving me.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, I haven't been taught about love. And I'm beating up on myself, and I'm tearing up my life. I'm making poor decisions over and over again. I keep hooking up with toxic men and women because I'm thinking my parents don't love me, so I need somebody to love me.
Right.
But I don't love myself. Ain't that crazy? Love yourself.
Right. No
Quit-
thoughts.
how you want somebody else to love you, and you don't want to love yourself?
Right.
You have to be what you want out of somebody else. Because what I talked about maybe 4 weeks ago about reciprocal relationships. Otherwise, you parasite. And that's why you got a lot of screwed up, so-called fake, phony marriages out here in America. Because marriage is a divine institution. It's not no carnal nonsense.
Right. With the flowers.
You know, I'm coming with the radio version.
Right.
You know, all right. So it ain't that. We need to quit falsely identifying marriage. Because all these people talking about they married. I mean, to someone who not married, of course they're going to say, well, damn, all over America, everybody's saying they married, but all you see is chaos. All you see is unhappiness.
Right.
If that's what marriage is about,
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Everybody say we went before God. We can't break up. You already broken. You was broken before you even met this guy. You was broken before you even met this woman.
Should I say?
So y'all having sexual toxic relations. And that's really the only reason why y'all together.
Right, for the sake.
Y'all ain't, no, that may not been their conscious intention. But because of this brokenness inside, that's all there is. And you want to know why, real talk? Because that's in the formula of making of a slave. Y'all better Google the making of a slave,
right.
the Willie Lynch. Because everything that we doing here in America is in there.
Right now.
Right now. It's showing you how to make a slave. And making a slave means is there a sexual, unhealthy assembly line taking place between the man and the woman. Particularly those that call themselves African American.
Right.
That's what it is.
Like how people act, how females act.
That's what it is.
Right
Man,
now.
when you read that formula on how to break the so-called black woman,
Right.
why is that happening right now today while we
It's
speaking
still
right
happening.
now? And so many people don't want to hear about this formula because they scared to see themselves. That formula is real, brother. You could Google it right now while we on this radio station, and you would say, wait a minute,
That's what they was talking about.
wait a minute. This happening now.
Right.
This happening with my next door neighbor. This happening with my girl at work. This happening with me.
With my kids. That's true.
You see how many people gonna have the courage to go read this? They not gonna do it. They not.
Oh, they will. Some of them will.
What blind the eye hit the heart of man from himself like vanity? Lo, when thou cannot see thyself, others discover thee most plainly. The heart of the vain is troubled while it seems content. His cares are greater than his pleasures. Y'all ain't fooling nobody. Stop it.
That's wild.
Now, let's get on
What the
the healthy relationship.
health? Okay.
All right. This is where the holistic sex symbol come in. The reason why the holistic sex symbol exists is to reinforce what true love is, what true sexuality is. See, when I I have to put holistic in front of
Sex.
because I done changed the whole scope and perception on what you call sex now. And I'm only taking us back to the ways of our ancient forefathers when I say this. You have to learn how to look at sex other than physically. So when you put holistic in front of sex, we talking about total integration of
Spiritual.
the spirit, the
Moral.
soul, the mental and emotional. Along all these things express itself in the physical as a balance between all this. That is holistic sexuality. That is the holistic sex symbol. The holistic sex symbol is beyond me. All right. The holistic sex symbol is like a metaphor. It's like an educational tool for you to understand that spirituality is
Sexuality. Yeah.
because it's a powerful creative force
Right.
that brings spiritual being into the material realm of the universe. Man, that's deep, man. That two people in their ignorance have this type of creative power.
Right.
Because we have the same spiritual DNA as our Heavenly Father to create. We have this creative power. All right. So we have the same qualities of our Heavenly Father, but not quantities. You see. That's why that's called the all-seeing, the all-knowing, you know. We can't see like the all-seeing. Otherwise, we'd be equal to that. Then that wouldn't be the all-seeing, all-knowing anymore. So we have the same quality, but not quantity of this creative power. If that's my Heavenly Father, I have the same DNA as my Heavenly Father.
Right,
Just
right,
like
right.
on a physical level, our children have the same DNA and traits.
Right.
So, you know, especially people here in America call themselves African American. I have a nationality. Every man has a nationality. And African American is not a nationality. All right, I'll come back to that. I know many people out there know me waiting to break that down.
Right.
But there's a time that's gonna come for that. All right, and I'm gonna break that down.
That's gonna be a later shows.
It ain't about a later show. It's a prophecy that has to be fulfilled.
Okay.
You know that is being fulfilled already. You know, but everybody gotta play their part and partial in uplifting fallen humanity,
Right.
and teach this truth. You see, so when you understand, see, sex now is like totally immoral. It's totally vain. So you got to put holistic in front of this. And okay, the same reason why I say holistic sex symbol, I'm going to ask this question. Why do the word holistic got to be put in front of health nowadays? Why come it just can't be health?
Because they butcher health.
Because see, when we understand, let's get into the state board medical law, what the meaning of health is. The absence of disease and illness. You don't see that here in America.
Right.
We taught to live with disease. We taught to live with depression. So we could take these darn pharmaceutical products.
Right. For you to get paid.
Yeah, but now,
Can I say
but
that?
in the deeper sense, it ain't about just making money. This is about controlling and about your slave. That's the deeper level of this. Because you can't get paid without that control.
Right. You
See,
can't
because
get
some
paid,
people
and you-
take it and they take it that 1, 2 times. They done.
Right.
They ain't making money for people who taking it like it's supposed to be taken when it's necessary. They making money off of people who taking it because they have developed a chemical codependency off it.
Right.
And they
That's how they
powerless
make them-
over their life. That's where the slavery come in.
Right.
You see, so
Because a lot of people, they can't make money if they cure the disease.
they can't make money if they practice prevention of disease. the hell with the cure. What if it never come into existence? So the reason why you got to put holistic in front of sex, the reason why you got to put holistic in front of health is because the holistic, which is backed up by the principles of synergy, has to reinforce what health is. You're not healthy. Don't tell me you've been diagnosed with this and that, then you say, for the most part, I'm healthy. Please, you sound like a fool. You sound like an idiot. You sound crazy. You're not healthy.
What?
Stop it.
Right.
You're making me hungry with this. You're not healthy. Don't come telling me you diagnosed with a chronic and autoimmune condition and say, for the most part, I'm healthy.
I'm good.
Don't sit here and tell me you run down a historical list of all these diseases your family got from generation, from child to child, and you tell me I'm healthy. Shut it up, please.
Right.
You're crazy. And you're crazy because you think, hearing it, I'm telling you, man, a sick mind will water down and twist and turn. They think left mean turn right 20 times. They think up mean down. They think north is south.
Right.
They gonna water down and twist and turn whatever is something in its purest form or state. They gonna break it down, and because that is the weakness in carnal people, man. You're not healthy. Stop it. Just like my detox program. No one has a detox program like New Bay. I'm about to prove it. All y'all think detoxing is popping a pill, taking a drink.
And waiting.
And
waiting for the results.
That is not a detox.
And I know a lot of people that's like
let
that.
me tell you this. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you out here taking products, if you going on a retreat and say, I went on a detox retreat, and you come back, I lost some weight. Yeah, girl, this and that. Or yeah, brother, whoever you are. And you still got toxic mental emotional patterns in your life. You still feel depressed, which is toxic. You still got anxiety, which is toxic. You still sad. You still all these different thoughts. You ain't did a detox. Stop it. This is what New Bay exclusively teach in his program. This is what New Bay, I'm going to hit him with some of the book, brother.
Go ahead.
When New Bay teach you what a detox is, myself, I teach that this is why the people who truly follow my teachings is successful. You're not fasting from, these are the 3 steps I teach in this order. If it's not done in this order, you ain't done nothing correctly, and I'm about to prove it. The order is fasting, cleansing, detoxification. What are we fasting, cleansing, and detoxing? The program I designed is called Detoxification for a Better Life. Detoxification for a synergetic life. Why, New Bay? Why that? Where is you going with this? We're not fasting from gambling. We're not fasting from unhealthy sexual behavior. We're not so much fasting from food. We're not fasting from doing prescribed over-the-counter legal drugs. Those things didn't do anything to us. Those things are man-made and they're in man control. We had to go out and purchase those things. We had to go out and get it some kind of way. Those things ain't jump out the corner and say, break yourself, fool. Drink me. Stick me in your arm. That stuff didn't do that.
Right.
We are fasting from toxic thoughts that connect us to these things. We are fasting from toxic thoughts that create impurity in our life. We are cleansing ourselves from toxic person, places, and things. And we are detoxing depression, anxiety, unresolved resentment, anger, which comes out of hooking up with toxic person, places, and things. Which that comes from toxic thoughts that we need to fast from. And I'm going to go more into breaking this down. And you need to understand this process in order to get up out of these unhealthy sexual relationships. After we come back from our commercial break, once again, I'm your host, Mikhail Nube, the holistic success symbol.
Co-host Don Blake Jr. 914-338-0665.
Get back at us. I'm about to really piss some people off now about this life coaching thing, brother. 'Cause it's too many perpetrators out here. All of a sudden, you a life coach. Since when? You ain't felicitate your own healing. So how you gonna felicitate somebody else's healing? It's crazy, man. Vanity, man. Because you want attention. You want to get paid.
For the Ustream, this is what he looked like when he pissed off.
I ain't pissed off.
He just disgusted.
I need a haircut. Yeah, I'm disgusted. But not right now. You know what I'm saying?
Be a life coach since what?
That's
Thursday?
crazy.
Since what? Last Thursday? Talking
Man.
about being a life coach.
No, I'm just talking about, especially people who enroll at my school, man. It's like, and just people on the street, man. They want to get paid. Talking about, well, watch how I break this down. Like I break down the holistic health and the holistic system. I'm about to shut it down, man. I'm about to shut it down. Man, I got people that enroll in my school. The more every class they come into some serious revelations that how sick they are, and they only came in here to get paid because my school has a 93% job placement rate during schooling. You ain't even gotta wait till you graduate. I just want your job. So you gonna have the nerve to go in there and tell people to do something that you ain't even gonna do with your damn self. And you only coming from a book. You don't even know it. It's so much work in this holistic field. It's beyond medical school.
Right.
Because you're dealing with real. Medical school don't deal with prevention and how to reverse disease. The real work is in doing that. Because heal means spiritual soundness. It's a ministry in health. It's easy to give you a pill and say, live with the disease. It's work when you got to reverse it.
Right.
Ain't no work in not reversing it. It's work in reversing it. That's why people who went to medical school, for example, they get pissed off when somebody like me come around. I went to school. I have a degree. You ain't got nothing. You have a certification. You don't have no education. You ain't no master in nothing.
That's
you
why
a master dummy.
That's what I was saying on the last shows.
You ain't got nothing. You don't know
A lot of people
diddly.
don't know nothing, but they got that certification.
Then they working at the damn gas station.
Huh? What is that?
Talking about I got a master's degree.
Oh, yeah.
By choice. Welcome back to the Synergy of Life. This is Mikhail Nube, the holistic success symbol.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
Back to the show that say the things that you can't say to your so-called spouse. We back on the show that says the things you can't say to your mother, your father, or whoever you tired of dealing with in your life. Say it.
Your kids.
Quit internalizing. Speak.
Love yourself.
That's right. But they got to learn what love is. And speaking of love,
Yeah.
there could be no love in your life till you purify your life first. Because purity is the forerunner of love. You better do your research. All right. Going back to this cleansing yourself of toxic relationships, especially sexual behavior. And, you know, why we keep hooking up with people? And they say, well, the sex is good, but I don't want to be in a relationship with them. Well, how's the sex? See, but let me... Now, you know I'm about to hit you with. Where's the synergy in that?
We haven't heard that in a minute.
Where's the synergy in that? Ain't no individual part greater than the whole.
Right.
So the sex is not good. You have developed an emotional and chemical dependency. Because this is toxic.
Right.
And toxic is a substance that causes biological damage on the cellular and DNA level. So this toxic behavior has reprogrammed your software known as cells. So your cells is looking to be fed this toxic pattern. Just like a person who constantly eat pickles, ice creams, potato chips. They connected to the toxins in it. It ain't the potato chip itself. It's what it's made of.
Then they said they got a taste for.
But that a real potato chip don't cause you to behave like that.
Right.
A real ice cream does not cause you to behave like that.
Right.
Or whatever it is you eat. You know, potatoes have the fake sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that sugar has the same effect as crackers heroin on the receptors in the brain.
And milk.
Yeah. With all the drugs that's in that.
Right.
I said it, and I ain't Oprah. I said, you know, when Oprah said something about beef, they lost stock immediately, like in the next couple of hours after you said that. You can go check that out on YouTube. That's an old show. All right, so the beef industry, because Oprah have such a respectful following, they said they stopped eating it for a couple of days or a week. I can't quite remember what time, but they stopped immediately.
But I know that they lost a lot of money.
Anytime a person can utter something, the simplest phrases, and people just, they're like, that's power, man. But that ain't nothing but the power of the Most High that spoke through her. And that's called the truth. That's the power in the truth, man.
Right.
So, check this out. It's so good. The set's so good. Man, let me tell you something. I want you to keep it real. I'm about to ask a question to all the listeners. And I want you to keep this to yourself. Before you discuss this with somebody, I want you to really go in yourself and reflect on what I'm about to ask you. For all you people who say, I still sleep with him or her because the sex is good. I want you to really reflect on what I'm about to say. Ask yourself this. How is the sex so good, but you so unhappy with who you having sex with? Is that really what you mean to say? Is that really what you think you feel? Your five senses is corrupted. Your five senses are toxic. The palate of your tongue is oversaturated with toxins. That's why when you taste the pure sweetness of real fruit or juices, you don't want that. Your ears are toxic because everything that you perceive through your hearing is filled with toxicity. Your eyes, your sense of touch and feel, your sense of smell. Question. Is the nose the channel to thy perfumes? The answer is yes. But why when you smell doo-doo, you act like it don't stink? Question. Is the mouth the path to delicacies? The answer is yes. But why when you put dead decaying flesh and a dead biohazard disease carcass in your mouth, you act like it's so delicious? Why when you put cancer agents in your mouth, the things that causes fibromyalgia, uterine fibroid, thing that causes diabetes in your mouth, how is that good? The same thing you saying about the sex. That's making you so miserable and unhappy with the person that you doing it with. Next question. Aren't the eyes the sentinels that watches or protect over thee? The answer is yes. But why, when you see hell, you try to turn it into heaven? Why, when you see trouble coming your way, you want to act like it ain't no big deal? Why, when you see truth, why you want to turn it into falsehood? And why, when you see falsehood, you try to make it truth? I'm going to give you the rest of this spiritual lesson. Then I'm going to go on and finish this subject matter that we're talking about tonight. Yet, your five senses are so confused they can't distinguish truth from error. You must learn to keep thy soul in moderation. Like they really know what that means. You must learn to teach thy spirit to be attentive to his good. But see, I'm gonna tell you why I said that, brother. It ain't fronting on nobody. I'm talking to all these so-called people who got a relationship with God who don't really even know what God is, because they been in toxic relationships all their life. And the only God they talking about is they vices, brother. That's their God.
Right.
The vices that they submit to, the unhealthy carnal men and women they can't break away from because it's so hard. Don't you dare come to Mick Out New Bay talking about you got a relationship with God when you can't even get out of a relationship and figure out how to enter a relationship with a toxic, disobedient fool of God. Come on, man. I don't want to hear this crap no more. Give me some water for a minute.
Wow.
I'm going to say that again. Let me break that down. Quit talking about you got a relationship with God and you can't even get out of a relationship with this toxic fool that is disobedient to God. Let me say it one more time. All these people in denial. They probably did. Some of them probably did change the station. All right. But that's all right. That's why we got archives. That's why we got Facebook. We got YouTube, and you gonna see us in the feed. God darn it! All right. Don't say you got a relationship with God when all your life you've been low self-esteem. Where's God in that? God gives you the sight to see. God give you the ears to hear. God, you say God is love, but what you forget, love is God, and God is also law and order. Ain't no divinity without law and order. So quit talking about you all this relationship with God, and you got a lawless, no divinity in your life. Huh? You still stuck with this fool you been with since high school. He ain't your child. He ain't your high school love. He your high school hell. We've been together so long, we don't know how to be without each other.
Wow.
I tell you what you are. You ain't high school loves. Y'all both high school Frankensteins. That's what y'all is to each other. You got Miss Frankenstein and you got Mr. Frankenstein. And let me tell you what that word means. Real talk. Look it up. Frankenstein means a creation that slips ultimately from under the creator's control. Second part to the definition, it means a beast in the likeness of a man. So y'all make the perfect zombie couple. Y'all a bunch of zombies. That's why you in this toxic relationship. Because you love your lower self. You love anguish. You despise pleasure. You in a relationship with pain. That's why you can't get rid of this toxic fool. Quit saying ain't no good women out here. Not with you in this state of mind is not. Quit saying ain't no good men out here. Because you can't make good decisions for yourself. Quit hating. Now, enough of that for a moment. Let's get on healthy relationships.
Yes.
Let's get on people who are evenly yoked with one another. What makes a healthy relationship a healthy relationship? Well, let's start with the obvious. Okay. There is no negativity amongst the two individually, and there is none collectively together. Now, what do health mean from state board medical point of view? Free or the absence of disease. The absence of disease and illness. Illness is a state of mind. It's a state of mind. That's why when you see a sincere, happy couple together, whether they're new in their union or they've been together for a while, you got a hater. That ain't real.
Right.
This is what people in America saying. That ain't real. That shows you how we have been brought up from generations. It's from generation. That is a slave mentality. Freedom ain't real to a slave, brother. Happiness ain't real to a slave. Happiness is slavery. We ain't gonna get nothing better than what Master gave us.
Right.
What better place we got than this?
Whole bunch of hand me
All I gotta do is stay black and die. Where
I
these
hate
phrases
that
come phrase? And what black mean? Y'all need to look up the black. Y'all call yourselves this. You need to look it up. And what you need to understand, what you identify yourself with, you take on the condition of what you call yourself. Yeah, you didn't realize that, did you? So we gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna go ahead and let loose on another show on that. But tonight ain't the night. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you, when I do it, it's gonna be on the last quarter of the moon. For those of y'all who understand, who conscious enough to understand me, that's when I'm gonna do it, on the last quarter of the moon. There's 4 moon phases. The last one is the last quarter. And when you understand it, I'm gonna break down what the last phase of the moon, what happens during the last phase of the moon. And I'm gonna break some on you so deep, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen when you hear this. Well, I know what's gonna happen, but I'm saying how it's gonna be so deep.
Hold on, what's gonna happen?
Man, look, man, it's gonna be some traumatizing furniture movie going on. Right?
Because I'm looking at the word black right now.
All right. So anyway, now this is my favorite part of the show. This the healthy relationship.
Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. When you can come home, when you can go out and about, when you at the bus stop, when you in the store and y'all just loving and smooching and just all right,
Lord, Mr. Don't let me be hating around here, man. Come on now. You know that's a microphone.
All right. Oh man. When y'all just look at each other, just start laughing.
Yeah.
When y'all kiss is so powerful.
Right.
When y'all holding the phone for hours and they say y'all just happy to feel each other's presence over the phone.
Like you breathing?
Remember that back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
New Edition was out. Candy girl. Yeah.
Man.
And y'all fall asleep on the phone. And wake up. Oh, man.
I would have hung up.
Well, y'all just holding each other. Got both of y'all hands in each other's back pocket.
No, I never did that.
Oh, you did?
No, I never
what kind of dreams you had?
No, I'm just saying, I never did that.
Oh, man. Well, y'all just, whatever just. But y'all smiling when y'all just doing whatever y'all just doing.
Holding hands.
You know, man, let me tell you something, man.
The kiss on the forehead.
When y'all up here talking about the Cavaliers and all of a sudden y'all just break out of hot, sweaty sex.
Hold on. We talk about the Cavaliers and then they see no sex come. Like, what kind of couple is that?
You saw smacking.
We talking about LeBron and then they see no sex. Like, where'd that come from?
You just start smacking stuff off the table. You just start clearing.
You start cooking, and then you just knock the stuff off the table.
Hey, what? Hey,
no, you ain't gonna be knocking my food off the table. That came from Whole Foods. You ain't gonna be that.
Hey, look, this real talk. Look, I'm gonna tell you a toxic relationship. Remember the movie Baby Boy?
Yeah.
All right. Remember how they back and forth? I'm tired of you, Jody.
Yeah.
I'm tired of you.
Yeah.
Girl, get there, baby, some tacos.
You know what I'm saying? I'm making some tacos and clean his house up. Okay.
Oh my goodness!
Man,
I can't deal with no baby boy stuff, man. Mm-hmm. You can't be sitting here acting a fool with me, man, and turn around and think I'm gonna keep being with you because I understand this mentality. I done had stalkers before. I done have sisters try to put me in jail because I don't want to be with them no more. I done had a couple sisters like that sister on the character on thin line between love and hate. Brother.
Oh, you did?
What? Come on, man.
You hate? What's her name? Brandy Weld? No, the character. Was it Brandy Weld?
No, that's not her name.
No, I'm talking about the character name.
Oh, Brandy, yeah, and the thin line between love and hate. Man, let me tell you something. A person like me on this path, brother, everything coming at me. Everything. Everything. So, I don't want no crazy, silly, immature woman. I'm telling you, like I said on previous show, man, if I ain't mentally, spiritually stimulated, you really don't want
It's
to
a
deal.
wrap.
You don't want to really deal with me on a physical level because I'm gonna tell you like this: it's gonna be painful for you in the morning. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you, you don't want to be on the other side of that fence with me because I is straight up and cut up and down raw, and I'm a Tommy gun. I'm a Uzi when it comes to the truth. I'm gonna be like, look, I mean, you just want physical. Don't be expecting all the other stuff.
Right.
Because I'm gonna give it to you like that.
Right.
But how can you resist all this?
Right.
You ain't gonna just be physical with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why. There ain't no ego. There ain't vanity. That's real talk. Because I'm a very loving, nurturing brother. You're going to be captivated and consumed by the spirit of New Bay. You're going to feel love because I don't function on that level. I'm a humanitarian, and you're going to feel the power of spirit with me.
It's going to show us in your aura.
And I'm telling you, you ain't going to just want, you can start off like that, then you're going to have some feelings.
Right.
You don't want, you can't roll with me. Can't no woman roll with me like that. Because I'll put it down like that. Be like, go on about your business.
Right.
Because you had an opportunity to do this with me on another level. And if I'm telling you, once I'm done, I'm done.
Right.
Because when I give myself to you, I give myself to you.
Right.
And the only way you could come back, brother, something from on high got to come out the universe and knock me on the goddamn ground. And say, she is the one now. She wasn't the one before. But she the one now. And I got to follow spiritual instructions.
Right.
But if that don't happen, I'm telling you right now, don't even think about it. I don't care if you got on whatever kind of heels. I don't care. And whatever you got on. Because real talk, that don't mean nothing to me if you ain't got your mind right.
Right.
That don't mean nothing. Y'all hear me talking about, all my radio followers and listeners hear me talking about heels and stuff. But real talk, let me tell you something. I just want a good sister. I mean, heels or no heels, but it's gonna be some heels and pictures. Now. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Okay, but that's not important to me because I'm on the synergetic level. I want the whole package.
Right.
And the heels don't look like nothing to me if your mind ain't right.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what it say in the marriage laws that I follow according to my religious creed and principles. This is what's read. This is what's gonna be read to the New Bay wife to be. It says, give ear, O daughter of love, to the instructions of prudence, and let the precepts of truth seep deep in thy heart. So should thy lustres of thy mind add elegance to thy form. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say that one more time. When a woman married me, this is how the marriage laws read to the woman gonna start off. Give fair ear, O daughter of love, to the instructions of prudence, and let the precepts of truth seep deep in thy heart. So shall thy mind add elegance and luster to thy form. See, if your mind ain't right, your body, your form ain't looking like nothing to me. I'm gonna keep it real, brother. If a sister is of a plus size sister who wear all kind of loose clothes versus a woman who got a great figure
But just,
or whatever, and wearing the heels like I like it, but her mind ain't right, I'm gonna hit up that plus size sister,
Right.
and you know what's gonna happen when she do a New Bay makeover. She gonna look like that sister in the heels,
And plus better.
But she gonna be top flight because her mind right, brother. Her mind was already right for me to even go there with her. I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what? Come on over here with your big self. I'm gonna be all over her plus size self, but I'll tell you what.
Right.
You wait till till we go in the chamber and she come out 30 days later. You know what I'm saying? Man, that movie. What's that movie? Why Did We Get Married? Man, you think that Jill Scott? Then Jill Scott. I'm a great Jill Scott fan, but I'm just talking about the character in the movie now. You thought she made a transformation. That ain't nothing compared to a New Bay transformation. I'm telling you right now, man. You talking about from Professor Clump to Buddy transformation. That's the type of transformation. And for those of y'all who can't keep up with that, I'm talking about the movie Nutty Professor by Eddie Murphy. Professor Clump, how he shrunk down to Buddy Love without the stinking thinking. That's the thing I'm gonna do with my plus side boo. Okay. If you plus size woman, but you meet all the qualities, you come on the New Bay. Come on, New Bay. We'll get you. Baby, I ain't worried about all that. Because we get with me, you gonna be top flight anyway.
Man, you gonna have a whole bunch of
and
people.
I'm saying this to all these vain women out here who think their body's gonna be the passport to their life.
Let me check these emails right quick.
All right.
I have a whole bunch of plus size women giving
So
you
back to these healthy
shout-outs.
relationships. Are you happy? Are you happy with this man you giving your body to? Are you happy with this woman you sharing your temple? Are you corrupting your temple with somebody you're not happy with? Of course you are. Why is you doing this? Because it says I was horny. Man, I don't even know what horny is, man. If I want to do with you because I want to do it, it ain't because I'm horny. You know, so. Oh, Lord, here come these emails. But anyway, hit them with the phone number again, man. I'm tired of people being scared to call in. I ain't gonna jump on you or nothing. You want to hear what you got to say about this. Don't be scared to call in. This is a show you say what you can't say.
914-338-0665.
I'm gonna tell you what I tell my children. Right. You can express yourself, but if you come off wrong, you're gonna get a spanker. All right, so don't be afraid. You don't be talking all this stuff off the air. We welcome you to come on the air and share
your experience.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a show that deal with facts. We don't deal with opinions. We don't we don't care about no opinion because the opinion is less than the truth, and the truth is divine principle. For all you so-called people in a relationship with God out there. Just keep it real. So anyway, back to the healthy relationships, where a lot of people don't understand what it means to be evenly yoked. That means evenly yoked reminds me of the principles of Tai Chi. There is no resistance. When you push, I go. When you give, I pull. That's the balance between yin and yang. That's when you're evenly yoked. There is no yang excessive. And there is no yin deficient. There is no yin excessive. There is no yang deficient. That is evenly yoked right there. The laws of polarity, the laws of duality is balance. See, unevenly yoked in relationship is like your left foot is a size 5 and your right foot is a size 12, man. That's what unevenly, man, how you walking around. That's how y'all look in the relationship, toxic relationship with one another. Y'all look crazy together. Y'all look cuckoo together. You talking about we in it because I don't want to have sex with nobody else. I don't. Shut up and sit down somewhere. Give me 20 push-ups. Get your life together.
Wow.
I've been with them for 4 years and 5 years and 20 years. Well, that's your problem.
Sound like a personal problem to me. Well, can I say that?
Yeah, it's our problem. That's your problem. When you gonna do something about it? You been together that long? You done really missed out on life. You are something else.
That's crazy too. A lot of people do miss out.
Man, let me tell you something.
Because I mean, you wasting your time with this person. He don't care about you or whatnot, or you know,
man, let me
so dang on toxic or whatnot. You missed out on the dude that you supposed to be with.
Let me tell you.
Or that female that you supposed to be with.
Let me tell you something, dog. My girl's mother, man, let me tell you, we was together. All right. By the time this 2.5 years went by, I said, look, after that, I said, this ain't gonna happen. I did not, man, I'm gonna tell you real talk, man. I have prepared myself since 8 years old to be all what I need to be for my wife to be. Who does that here in America?
Nobody.
It's people who do it, but they have...
Not people that I know.
Not the Western world state of mind.
You the first.
Not no Western world state of mind.
Right.
But it's people here, besides the East, that has been shaped and groomed and disciplined in their culture to be who they pose. You create your future in your present moment. So I did not discipline myself all these years to be with a fool, to be with a low self-esteem woman, to be with a woman who has a chemical, emotional, and codependency on anything. I'm not going to do it. Now, I know this from being on a path of spiritual enlightenment. Anybody can redeem themselves from any falling stage that takes place in life. And if you down for that, I'm for you. But if you ain't on that, I'm gonna keep it moving. You know, so all I'm saying is, you know, after that second year and a half with my girl's mother, oh no, that I about around 4.5, almost 5 years. I got rid of that. You know, so but it's a preparation in that. I want to talk about that after our break. A lot of people say it's hard, Mikhail. How do you I hear you talking all this stuff, but how you do it? So we're gonna get into how do you break away from these toxic, unhealthy relationships, especially sexually, when we come back from our break. Once again, I'm your host, the extraordinary Mikhail Nube.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
Come back and listen to the Synergy Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show.
I gotta go back to listen to this.
Huh.
I gotta go back to listen to this again.
Uh,
You know that's what I'll be doing that when I do the third shift. I'll be listening to the show.
I need to do it more often, so
Like all the shows I do.
I need to make sure, which I am, because I'm making more time to get myself back on point where I'm supposed to be, so I can do a great follow-up for the next week. Especially if it's a more than one part. I need to make sure I listen to the show.
Yeah, I just thought about it. You might want to be careful with not putting your headphones on because it does come through the headphones. It can go through the microphone. The microphone might be able to hear it.
Right.
You might pick up your
During
microphone.
commercial.
What I'm saying, because he doesn't usually put his headphones on, so it might come through the microphone.
What am I? Oh, this.
Right.
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying, because you gotta remember, you can hear yourself in the in the headphones. So,
You talking about when he ain't talking?
like,
No, because normally I do this, and then sometimes I do this.
You can hear people, you can hear stuff talking, and if you don't put your headphones on, and
You don't hear the feedback and stuff going on in the atmosphere.
So what?
You mean unwanted sounds? You mean?
Right, in the recording, 'cause it's like, okay, where did that come? Why does it sound double? That's because you might take your headphones off,
Okay.
and because the microphone picks up what the earphones are putting out.
So it's like it's doing it again.
Mhm.
It's like,
Right.
yeah. You hear the commercial? You hear the commercial? You hear the Lean Supreme Cuisine commercial?
Lean and Supreme Cuisine.
Yeah.
I ain't even paying
Listen,
attention, man. I'm thinking about
Yeah.
coming back from the break. Did you just see
I'm
it?
not
Yeah.
saying, you know, I emailed you right there.
Okay. You emailed it to me too?
I CC'd you on the email. I
Okay,
sent it to her.
okay.
So she said I didn't get a chance to look at it. I ain't chance to read it.
Of course she didn't. She don't get a chance to. She don't even feed herself in the restaurant. I used to tell her, sit your ass down to eat.
Right.
I did.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I said it. All right.
What the heck is that? Oh.
Oh, boy.
All right, coming back from break.
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Show on Who Has the Power Radio Network. I'm your host, Mikhail Nube.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
We
I'm
back. We back talking about unhealthy sexual toxic activity with a toxic person versus a person that we're happy with and we're evenly yoked with,
Right.
which is a healthy relationship. And out of that healthy relationship comes healthy sex, okay,
Right.
or intimacy, It evolves from sex to intimacy. You hear women all the time say, I just don't want sex. I want true intimacy. And men say, if they don't say it out loud, they say it in their head, they comment, what the hell is that? you know, because they don't know. Because they don't know in their lower self.
Right.
What is true intimacy? I guess is what I was talking about earlier. You know, when you evenly yoked. And that's where another problem come in. How can we go so many years and don't know the basics of what true intimacy is? We got access to all this media, even with all its pollution that comes in the show, we still can learn through even movies.
Right. The
I
movies
mean,
even tell.
but why we don't see that is because where our perception and low level of awareness is at.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so you got all these toxic people together who went down to City Hall, got a marriage license, or went to Vegas and got a marriage license and call themselves being married now. They did not prepare for marriage because they was not prepared individually to have certain spiritual disciplines and standards in their life for them to be right as a husband or a wife in the first place.
They was prepared for that ceremony, right?
They was prepared for the wedding, but not for the marriage. That's what I talk about in my book. You prepare for a wedding and not for a true marriage. That's why your so-called divorce rate is high here in America. And I say so-called divorce rate because how can you have a real divorce when you ain't never had a real marriage?
Right.
You really dissolving a marriage license that y'all couldn't take no further than a marriage license. You really dissolving of a marriage license that you couldn't take no further than the actual wedding ceremony because neither one of y'all know a darn thing about being married. I done used up my one D word for the day, so I got to go back to darn. All right, all right.
Mess around, miss our sponsors, and mess with you. No,
All
I'm
right.
just playing.
So-
I'm messing with you.
So, you know, then we want to go waste more money on a so-called counselor.
Oh, the
Who-
marriage counselor.
Come on, man. Who don't
No,
know
no,
who is toxic? They darn
Yeah,
selves.
you about the you just answered.
Okay,
You
all
just
right.
answered.
How they gonna teach you something they don't know? Now you do got some great counselors out here who's
Right.
outside the box of this nonsense, toxic social ideology thinking here in America. That's very AFO, but it's a few of those here and there.
Right.
Okay, all right. If
That's
it
very
ain't the
toxic.
holistic approach, your approach is not real. Your approach is not gonna work because you back to the physical. And let's get on these so-called, we talking about counselors, these ain't never gonna be life coaches. Okay, I'm tired of everybody want to talk about they want to be a life coach. Man, I'm gonna keep it real. They can get mad if they want to. It's people who enroll in my school because they want to get paid. They see that my school has a 93% success job placement rate. But they don't realize that 93% is based on your performance and your ability to become a sincere practitioner of holistic living. You know, let me tell you the true meaning of what a holistic practitioner is. A holistic practitioner is not a job title. When you call yourself a holistic practitioner, you are making a private and public declaration that I practice holistic living in my everyday life. You are when I assist people, I'm only teaching them my everyday get up and go.
Right.
I'm teaching them my everyday way of living. This is not a 9 to 5. This is your life.
On call.
This is your life, and you are sharing and you're teaching people how to live your life. I ain't quoting no book that I don't understand and ain't even apply to my own self. How you gonna felicitate? I'm gonna tell you real talk. When you say you a life coach, and I had to really meditate on this like about 3 years ago before I come out and say what I'm about to say. And I have to say this. I'm gonna say this. When you say you a life coach, you saying something serious, man. Because what it say in biblical scriptures? Guard thy heart, for all the issues of life dwell from there. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about you a life coach, you talking about a divine ministry right now. When you understand these spiritual teachings that's in whatever part of the world you're in, when you talk about Hinduism, Buddhism, Confucius, the teachers in the Quran, teachers in biblical scriptures, when you say you a life coach, when you say life, are you about to teach this person successfully how to guard their heart for all the issues of life dwell from there? We talking about the heart of man. We talking about the soul now. So is you a life coach of that? 9 times 3/4 out of 10, the answer is no, you're not. Because healing is spiritual work. One thing heal means is spiritual soundness. And you got to give up the world before you can help people in the world give up the world. You got to give up the world before you can help people come up out of this worldly thinking. You got to be established in a way of thinking beyond that your darn self. Just quit this BS talking about you a life coach. Everybody want to be a life coach. First of all, you got to be ordained on this path, from on high. Not from no school, not from no certification you printing off your printer.
Right.
Not even from the holistic college. There's a ministry in health. And you can't separate divinity or spirituality from being healthy. That's what you life coaching for real. And if you ain't felicitated your own healing, how the hell you gonna felicitate somebody else healing? These people will enroll in some type of program. And you got people just off the street talking about they life coaches all of a sudden. They gonna have the nerve to tell somebody else something that they ain't got the nerve to do for their own self. And you talking about you a life coach? Come on, man. When you start putting yourself in the light, in the spotlight that you gonna take on other people's BS, that you gonna not so much take it on, but you gonna assist them in their BS that you ain't the same BS you got in your life. When you talking about you gonna make yourself responsible for other people's well-being, as far as you being a mentor or guide, establish yourself as a partnership and felicitating the healing between them and the source. This is what life coaching really is. And you ain't grounded yourself, you're full of it. You committing fraud. And people do this for money, brother. People do this because they want attention. And it is something profound. Just like you hear me talk about, I teach people to use the phrase, I am learning how to eat a whole food plant-based diet. I am learning how to establish a healthy relationship with food and remove myself from these battered mental emotional patterns and abusive patterns that I have had with food all my life. I have developed an emotional dependency in food. In fact, I don't even know the intended purpose of eating food. I have never used food for its intended purpose. Everybody want to run around, call themselves vegetarian vegans, and they not none of this. Okay, from a so-called putting something in your mouth, chewing it, swallow it, you may be a vegetarian or vegan from that standpoint. But from a holistic point of view and synergetic perspective, you're not none of that at all. You cannot you can't so-called eat healthy food and have a life shot to hell, have a toxic lifestyle. What is the main reason why people want to even eat healthy food? To improve their health, right? So how I'm going to eat so-called healthy food and I got a toxic lifestyle? I'm still in a toxic relationship with a jerk. I'm still in a relationship. The first jerk is myself, to myself. And the jerk outside of me is a reflection of the Lord self that dwells in me. Because I need to feed this pattern of mine. Right. I'm still in toxic social circles. I'm just domestically a toxic mess. I don't even want to cook for myself. I don't have a relationship with food if I don't cook. I haven't even learned how to cook. I haven't even learned what the red foods do for me, what blue foods, green foods does for me. How do the combination of green and blue foods help my respiratory, my cardiovascular, and so on and so on. Yeah, I ain't about to give no lesson right now. Come to the class. I ain't done none of this, but I'm saying I'm a vegetarian. I ain't addressed none of my deficiencies from eating poor in the first place, from living poorly, for thinking poorly, for having poor emotional pattern. I ain't done none of this, and I'm talking about I'm a vegan. We are so full of it because we caught up on titles. You see? So all my people that roll with me, they ain't caught up in no titles. You see what I'm saying? I tell them, man, don't let nobody label you that, because you putting yourself in front of a fire squad. I ain't like skin brushing, for example, and other accessories that's useful if your mind is right. I teach you how to get your mind right without those accessories, because those accessories is a waste of money and time if you ain't getting your act together. I'm going to do all this skin brushing. I'm going to do all this facial stuff. I'm going to do all this stuff with my feet. I'm going to get the toxic foot bath spa. Then I'm going to go right back to the house with this food. Really? I'm going to go right back to the house. I'm going to go to Whole Foods. I'm going to buy all the organic plant. And I'm going to go right back to this food.
Right.
When I done all this, I'm going to go right back to the food that despises instructions, wisdom, and lack understanding. Really? And I'm a vegan for real. Shut it up. Please. That's why you start in unhealthy relationships. Okay, let me give y'all some keys. You want to get out of having sex with somebody that's toxic. This is what you got to do. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to get straight to the first bullet point on the list. You need to come hook up and holler at me, okay? All right, you need to come learn from a master on how to detox yourself. You're going to have to detox. I'm going to tell you now. You think you've been around all these toxic participations things, and you're going to get out of this without detoxing? Huh? Do you really think you're going to get away from this person and you don't cleanse your life? And this person, remember, is only is really a resemblance of all your toxic people in your life. Because that's the energy you cleanse. It ain't just this one person. Because this person is part of a series of other people that led up to this person you presently with. You got to go back and clear your whole life. You got to clean out that closet. And I'm going to tell you now, you start detoxing, just like you clean out a closet you ain't been in a year. You'll say, wait a minute, I forgot about these shoes and this shirt and all that right. Dirt, all your skeletons going to pop out your closet. All that mental, emotional anguish gonna come out. All that unresolved resentment and anger gonna come out. Come on, man. When you talking about you a life coach, do you know what you putting yourself up in this society? You better have some spirituality about yourself. You better be grounded and rooted in the spiritual arts and sciences, because you're going to need all that and then some. All your ancestral spiritual guys going to have to come to you to deal with these fools here in America. You talking about life coaching these people here in America. You talking about life coaching these people here in America?
Hey, you know they got some questions.
I mean, man, come on, man. Think about the magnitude of the illness here in America on the mental, emotional, and spiritual level. Come on. And you talking about you gonna life coach this and you ain't grounded your darn self?
Oh, yeah, they gonna be Tommy gun.
Man, go somewhere and kill yourself. Come back before the show over with. Let me see how many minutes we got left.
We got 14 minutes.
It's 9:45. You got 5 minutes to kill yourself. Okay. And while you having the out of body experience, while you on the astral body, for those you don't know, while you in the soul body, I want you to think about what we talked about. I want you to come back and resurrect yourself. Get back here about 9:50. And hear the rest of the show and get your act together. And give me 20 push-ups before you get back to pick up the radio or your laptop or your tablet or your smartphone and catch the end of this show. Give me 20 push-ups.
They be dead. You said 5 minutes.
They got 5 minutes to do all this. You know, ain't no time when you outside the body.
Right.
So just like you see in the movies, they see things, they see the ghost of Christmas past come.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something.
Oh my goodness.
I wanted to ask you something.
What?
Now, last show you did say something about you was gonna break down what sexual healing is.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh yeah, that's right.
So we got 13 minutes and 19
Oh, my
19
goodness. We might have to
seconds.
get into that next week because I'm gonna need a whole show for that.
Oh, you need a whole show?
Oh, sexual healing. Oh my goodness. I need to have some cold water when I talk about this. I need a rag. I need a rag, man. I need a cold towel.
Man.
Oh goodness. Oh Lord. I'm getting sweaty right now.
There's a menstrual bay out there. Come on now.
Oh Lord mercy. Oh man. I have experienced sexual healing, man. And I'm saying this is real because me being a practitioner of energy, I understand that, man. I understand this. Oh man, oh my goodness. Sexual healing. All right.
There's a great form of exercise.
I'm gonna tell you real talk. This is what we gonna do.
Okay.
Next week, we gonna bring in the lyrics to Marvin Gaye's song. Listen to that first verse. It's deep. What he say, people ain't ready for that in this carnal state of mind, but they gonna have to get ready. They gonna have to get taught. We gonna teach them.
Right.
Man, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you, sexual healing now, I gotta say this. I'm gonna just say a little bit because our time's short, because the show almost over with. Sexual healing ain't what you see on Baby Boy. Okay? It ain't all that fussing and cussing. Cause y'all toxic. Then you get you a little something. Then y'all think, oh, everything's cool now. How many women especially think cause they sleep with you, they say we in a relationship now. We good. How many women misuse sex and think cause they sleep with a man, they gonna get their way. I done shut them up now. I done gave them something. That ain't sexual healing.
Or get something from them. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Sexual healing, man, let me tell you something. Let's see, you said key words, sex and healing. What is the etymology root word meaning? Spiritual soundness. We back to what the holistic sex symbol is all about now. We back to why the word holistic is put in front of the sex symbol. Yours truly, Mikhail Nube. So that's why I said we're going to need some more time on that one.
right.
But we're going to bring in all the tools. I'm going to make sure y'all hold me to that. Next week's show, I'm going to break down sexual healing. We going into this Marvin Gaye song.
All right.
All right. But anyway, since you brought that up, sexual healing, especially to all you sisters going through your emotions. Well, I made an accident, I slipped and I slept with him. He overpowered me. I was weak.
Well, they said a key word.
What's the key word?
Weak.
I feel so weak when I die. Every fall from me. SUV.
Right.
But she was saying
SWV.
that in the good one. SWV. What I said? SOV?
SUV.
CMB. We all we got. CMB. Am I my brother's keeper?
Right.
Yes, I am.
Pow.
Oh,
Man.
Lord. You know it's time to eat, brother.
Man, you know
All
what?
right.
I'm about to just give you some food the next time we get on the air.
I'm going to eat while I'm here in the studio. Y'all going to hear me chewing and smacking and breaking the food out for good
I'm
digestion.
gonna have a little sauce on the dang on mic.
All right. All right, so
yeah.
who is this right here?
Oh, hold on, what's going on?
Oh, Lord. Well, anyway, back to the show.
I forgot I was on the air. I was like, oh man, who's this?
Oh, Lord mercy. Well, you a hot mess around here.
Man, you the one sweating?
Oh, Lord, yes, I am.
Man. That was New Bay. He was looking at.
Oh,
can I
good.
say?
I don't care what you
Oh,
say.
yeah, he was looking at a female, which she did look good.
I was looking at her. I'm trying to see what the weather was going to be tomorrow. Well, anyway. What was I saying? Oh, sexual healing.
Yeah, sexual, yeah.
Sexual chocolate.
I wish I knew that dang on song.
All right.
What's that song?
Oh, he said-
Coming to America.
He said,
I didn't give it up
No,
my future.
no, this is what they said. Yeah,
Oh.
teach them will
Well,
and let them lead the
and
way.
then-
Oh, thank you.
Right.
All right, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna get into sexual healing next week. We're gonna break down the Marvin Gaye song. And you know what, man, real talk, when he made that, think about the era. That was the era, like, man, this is real on King of Comedy with Cedric Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, and
The late
Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey was so on point when he say, we had love songs back then.
Yeah.
Man, you don't hear this crap you hearing now about being with somebody else other man. And if all your songs about sister come good with me, why you can't get your own woman if you all that? All these men talking about being with other people's women, man, this stuff is sickening in today's society. That's why this generation and the one before that people want to talk about these kids these days because of these parents.
Right. I think every generation has said that.
Man,
Like
the slaves saying that. The ones who don't want to own up to what they produced.
Every generation has something to say about the next generation.
You know what? But you know what? Real talk. When that's in the era of sexual healing was made, think about all the other songs, especially old Motown hits.
Right.
Man,
I wasn't even born yet.
Man, when you hear them songs, man, and ain't no auto tunes either.
Right.
Ain't no sophisticated recording equipment, dude. These dudes have voices, man.
Right.
Man, and it's in the ladies, man. Man, listen. Matter of fact, we're gonna go into some old tunes next week.
Okay.
We're gonna go into the lyrics of it to support the subject matter of sexual healing. When you heal sexually, ladies, that don't mean 5 or 10 minutes of your lust being weak of a toxic guy that you can't stand. That means you're healing. The only way you got sexual healing is if you in a healthy relationship. When you start opening up yourself to love again. When you start opening up to learning how to trust people again. That's sexual healing. When you ain't going through the motions no more. When you don't feel scared, tense, and you ain't living in fear and doubt no more. That's sexual healing. When you start to have gain esteem for yourself and start learning to love yourself because you with somebody who's a reflectionist and teaching you how to love yourself. You're feeling better. You got people looking at you now like, look at her glow.
Right.
Look at what is you doing, girl. That's my man.
Right.
You're healing. You didn't know that's what that was? Give me 20 push-ups.
Skin clearing.
What you thought it was, your Natzima? What you thought it was, your what's that song? Prozac? What's that?
I don't know.
What's that product they sell on TV?
Proactive.
You thought it was that crap that caused cancer? Huh?
That's why I stopped using.
You thought it was the hair club for me and I mean her.
Just for me.
You thought it was the Soul Glow? Huh? You thought it was all that, huh? You know what?
Kill yourself. No.
No, they ain't got no time. They ain't got no time.
Man.
I tell you what, you do that on your own time. You make sure you tune in this week.
Right. Don't be blaming on the show.
Yeah, all right. Y'all look at that. How they gonna be holding this talk about kill yourself? Well, you killing yourself anyway. You already killing yourself. You the living dead. When I say kill yourself, I'm gonna tell you in the immortal words of one of the hottest MCs named Cannabis. He say this: cannabis is the type to fight for mites, beating people to death and beating dead people to life. You see, so when I say kill yourself, I'm talking about kill that ignorance in you. I'm talking about kill that fool in you that despise instruction and wisdom. I'm talking about kill that slave in you. And you know the historical name of the slave. You know it start with an N. We're gonna talk about that too on the show. You know, that's what I'm talking about, killing you. Kill that Western world state of mind and you got you all bent out of shape. Got you talking about you healthy and you got diabetes, high blood pressure, and all the other household names all at the same time. Talking about you healthy. Kill that foolishness in you. Kill that fool in you that got you going back, sleeping with fools that you don't even want to be with. All right. So now I said enough of that. welcome to the show. That gives.
How you gonna say welcome to the show?
Welcome back to the show that gives scientific clinical analysis. Well, anyway, once again, our show is sponsored by Ultimate Body Transformers, the gym that provides a holistic atmosphere, specializing in holistic health and wellness seminars given by yours truly, Mikhail Nubay. Also offer private and group classes on preparing plant-based meals that help you have a healthier life. Also specializing in personal training that meets the client-specific needs. And we have a spectacular, large and small class for children and adults, the Sweat Fest Boot Camp class. Visit us on ultimatebodyfitness1.com and go check out Pure and Supreme Vegan Cuisine at Fifth Street Arcade. All right, located downtown. We have organic food there. All right, go down there and get it. It's open from 11 to 4 from Monday through Friday. It's not open on the weekend. The number is 216-527-4477. Get at me. And get at me next week on this subject matter, sexual healing. Hit them with it, John Bay Jr.
Well, you can follow us as on Twitter on SynergyLight07. Look us up at Facebook and like our Facebook page. Going to facebook.com/SynergyLife. You can also email us at synergylight7@gmail.com. You can find out more about Synergy of Life and other shows that featuring on Who Has the Power Radio Network by going to www.whohasthepowershow.com. And also, you can subscribe to Synergy of Life on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, YouTube.
Oh, that's right. Look out for the upcoming videos coming up this week. You know, I ain't going to tell you what it is, but it's going to definitely feature yours truly. I'm going to show y'all, for those you ain't never seen me move around far as the arts, you're going to get your chance to see me. Check it out.
WHTP Radio, make sure they're connected together on network. WHTP Radio Network. Subscribe to that channel. Anything else you would like to say? We also on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Ustream, Ustream.tv.
I just want to tell them, you know, I want them to think about some of the things we discussed, and we're going to go more in depth. This was just an introduction to certain things for y'all to reflect on. You know how I do. I'm going to do an introduction. I'm going to go deep on you next week, and I done been rested up. I'm coming back. So I just want to tell y'all, I do love y'all. Don't think because I tell the truth, I don't love y'all. Okay? Love is keeping it real with you. Love ain't co-signing on your BS, okay? So, anyway, that's all I got to say. Any last words you got to say, Don?
Nope.
All right. Love yourself.
And if you don't,
you better learn.
Right. Hit the outro music.
What the heck is this?